All right, guys, we are off on a camping trip. Got my chest rig. Got to feed the goats in a minute, as you can hear them. The wife's gonna take care of them, but I'm gonna try to film a little bit of it. Damn. I can only bring my small tripod because I don't have a lightweight version. So my pack, I have a 511. It's an assault pack, so it's hard to carry a bunch of stuff. I got my Mexican poncho from a friend. He's Mexican and his mom brings him in. He has a little store. It's pretty handy, nice and warm. And then I'm gonna wear my sweatshirt. And then I have like a long johns and everything in here, chair. This is pretty heavy. It's just inconvenient because it's not very tall. I 3D printed some of these out. A water bottle hooks to it. I'm gonna probably get one for each side. I'm gonna go stop and get me a water bottle here and test it out. It just slips into MOLLE or on your backpack, and the neck of the water bottle clips into there and hangs down. And then, like I said, I got my chest pack. I got a bunch of snacks in here. It's like a 3-hour walk to the campsite. Orange hat because there's a bunch of idiots that hunt sometimes. They're smart people, but usually smarter people have leases or land. And then the people who just shoot at anything go to the free land. So you gotta be careful with that. That's how I used to hunt. Free land. Maybe I'm an idiot too, but oh, here's my pack. This is Hill People gear. That's the BK7 at the bottom, and Glock 20 inside for bear. Or most case scenario, well, wild boar or something. They're kind of running rampant. So that's about it. Let me get the animals fed and checked and head out, and I'll get back to you when we hit the trail. Do got the Haven tent and the Zen bivy. It's about 37 in the morning. Context, I do live in Alabama, if you guys know, so cold weather isn't, I mean, it gets cold here. Yeah, we'll get to 0, we can get into negatives, but for the most part, no. So, but it feels pretty good. I'll catch you guys later. 7 in the morning. Well, if you're in North Alabama and you want really good homemade biscuit at a little gas station, can't see it, but it's Superette and Fairview make really good biscuits. There's a little old lady that makes them. If she's not there, they're not that good. And here's a retard just pulling out in front of me. So, Bronco people. All right. Loaded up, ready to hit the trail. Right over there. Alright guys, scenic overlook, sorta. We got a big old drop off. I would say let's read it, but there ain't nothing there. Alright guys, if you come to Tennessee Side Horse Trail to link up onto the camping trail, that's not where it starts for some reason. It's over here. When you first come in, it's right in that little corner. Sign's kind of hidden. Normally, I think you would have that near the trailhead for information, but I end up walking back through there. It's just a field that loops around. So, scenic overlook is right here. Trail there. Just a heads up.
And it's gonna be up to you. because you burnt your leave.
Changed the plans. We moved down from the horse trail to connect into the hiking trail. Also, the bear den point is that direction across the road. We're gonna do a little short hike down here. I was testing out that pack and it is not very comfortable, so we will upgrade that eventually. But we're gonna go test the gear down here. A nice little spot. So, what is that? What the heck is that thing? Anybody knows what that is, let me know. It's a big round ball, something. There you go. Here's a better looking map than the horse one. Information. And then I got, someone put a nice old bench out, I guess to remember someone. There's a hiking trail goes that direction. We're gonna hit the short one first to check it out. Like I said, we're testing packs. I guess he didn't make it down 7. And here you go, natural preserve. I don't know if you can see this. All right, guys, orange hat on. I'll see you in a bit. It's hard to show height on camera. The edge of one of the campsites. Looks like they got a little spot right in the parking lot too, right here. Why does everybody stack up rocks in a circle? All right, we're headed down the Red March Trail and checking it out. It's pretty well maintained. All right, guys, we're at a little campsite. There's actually another fire ring right there, ring. And then there's that one there in a big open area. The thing that bothers me, this tree's got all leaves and everything. And it's been here a while, but this is what bothers me. It could kind of at any minute. So that direction, I probably don't want to be, and in that direction, 90%. Looks like this side would probably go first. It's been here a long time. I got this small tree from here all the way over there, which it's here. And then 90% likely, 99%, it's gonna go one way and the other way, not like this way. But again, if it's meant for you, it doesn't matter where you're gonna be, I guess. So it's gonna go between there. So I'm setting up a hammock if you don't know. So I'm just kind of looking where I wanna go. Huh. And apparently there's a trail right here. I don't know if it's a marked trail or not. I'll check it real fast. It looks pretty well beaten. Looks like it goes down over the hill. I'm gonna check it out real quick. Oh yeah, okay. So it looks like a way to get, down. Oh shit. Let's go check this out real quick, guys. A little exploring. I haven't got our tent set up yet or nothing, but we're already exploring. It's like a rock. Oh man, I might bring my tent down here. Although, be careful, because you see rocks down here. You don't want this ledge to be on top of you. Okay, so yeah. There's just someone come down in here. Broken bottle, which isn't cool. Don't leave your trash, at least burn it. You know. There's a trail down through here. I don't know if it's not a marked trail, so apparently people come here and explore. And there's someone's tent. I don't know if it had to blow over because it's wrapped around a tree. But you really couldn't pitch a tent here unless you hammock camped, I'd imagine. You may be able to pitch a small bivvy or something. You'd be very uncomfortable on an angle. But this is cool. This is pretty cool. Just a rock outcrop here. You know, mud daubers all over the place on that. Good thing about mud daubers, they eat spiders. Hell, we could walk all the way down there. That's pretty cool down there. It's flat. The problem is hiking down, you must go back up. So there's probably someone up there like, who the hell is that guy talking to? But you could probably tent camp right in somewhere in there. But we're just gonna stay up here. This is gear testing my hammock, testing my blanket. 511 boots. They feel pretty good, good traction. I'm standing on an angle right here and I'm not sliding on the leaves. Wow. This kind of reminds me of West Virginia. I grew up in the mountains, exploring areas. Now it kind of looks like there was a bit of a road or something through here. It could have been an old logging trail, you know, 100 years ago or so. Possibly, because you can, it's cut just like a road all up through there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I guess maybe people come here and they decide to go on out there, and maybe they're taking dookies down there, I don't know. And then there's another dead standing log that's kind of in the way. Looks like people chopped on it a bit. How stout is it? Oh shit, I think I think it'll be another 20 years. Hardwood stumps stay around a long time. All right, that brings us back to a dilemma. Where are we hanging? I kind of want to go out over the edge there. That would be crazy. Like hook to this tree and then to this tree. We'd be out kind of over the edge, but if I sleepwalk, I'll be in trouble. I think I'll give it a setup right here. Right across here. We'll see if we can sling in there. And then maybe go around and collect some sticks or fire tonight. It would be nice if I can knock that thing down, but I just have a Pocket Boy Silky Saw. And I don't feel like trying to cut that big ass thing down. And then father-in-law's with me. I imagine he'll go over somewhere here in the grassy area because he's got a tent. Ooh, I'm still seeing like cool areas. I still see the sun's lighting up rocks in different areas, so I'm just kind of seeing little overlooks. And all right, we got some good falling down wood. Ooh, I wish I could show you guys how this is. It's a straight drop, good 50 foot down. Maybe 45, 50, something like that. Because we're up towards the top of the tree. No, the tree is pretty dead. So, have to get up to take a leak in the night. Don't go that way. You'll be down there for a while. But it's cool because there's a ledge here. It drops straight down. There's a slanty ledge, fairly flat right over in there. Drops down, and then drops on down in there. And we'll go exploring there in the morning. I'm not sure, father-in-law, he's probably will not go but make it down there. I might not be able to make it down there. Which I could go that pathway down to the flat spot. It's not bad. Here's another cool scenic spot. Tell people stay away because the grass is still here. I guess they're kind of afraid, but look at this tree. This tree grew up on this rock. And I guess rubbing it, it rubbed a spot, the rock rubbed a spot through the tree, and the tree kind of grew around it. Broke the rock a little bit, but I guess that's what would that be? Not rock, paper, scissors, it'd be rock, tree, chainsaw. Well, yeah, it's a drop off. It's pretty neat. I don't know, I don't think there'll be any rangers or nothing because government's shut down. Oh, poison ivy. Be careful of that. Another little drop off. Looks like water runs through here. Probably pulls up right there and then goes off to the side. I hesitate to stand on the ledges. They are fairly stout, but the ones that overhang, you never know. I prefer not to go down with it. But nature's pretty cool. It's cool to explore this because you never know what's out there. Because how someone 100 years ago could have done something down there. And I like to get off the beaten trail. I know that's probably a no-no in a lot of places, but I like to explore. All right, let me get the hammock set up. If you want to see that, I did a video, the Haven XL, and then I put my bivy, or not my bivy, Zen bivy, it's a bivy, sorta. Quilt in there, and then I'll lay out food. I brought a lot of food, because I like to eat. And then I got me a lot of snacks. I'm probably gonna get this chest rig off right now. It's not heavy at all. I've just got tons of snacks and bars and my headlamp. And then when you're out where bears and people are, 10 Glock 20 10 mil. It's a fire extinguisher. You don't run out and buy it when you need it. You have it when you need it. That's what that is. So I'll be right back once it's set up, and we'll see how she goes. All right, I found these smart water bottles. They are 1 quart, a lot bigger. Got 2 smaller ones. I 3D printed some clips that go on these, and it'll hook into your backpack strap. So far doing pretty good, just with PLA. I do have my DD hammock tarp. Yes, it's tarp. I was like, wait a minute, I bought a hammock too. And then Helinox. I think this is a chair 1, chair 0, something like that. Super light, 1 pound I think. Got my Z-Packs camp shoes. And then I'm gonna get into my pack. So it's hard to film, but it's zipper stuck on something. Oh, not my pillow. Okay, open that up. Alpaca socks and a thing of underwear. Extra tarp strap or hammock straps because they're very small. I got me just a cheap Academy teapot for making some water. I got me a pillow, Nemo pillow. Yeah. Ah, wasp. That's not good. A Nemo pillow. It's like a pillow and it inflates. Sleep system, Zembivy, and tent. Takes up the whole pack right there. Now, I believe if I get the Zembivy, they got the compression dry bag with the valve and compression sack, I can make it smaller, which then it can turn sideways, fit to the bottom. Not this pack though. Probably gonna get the Durston, whichever that one was, 200X Ultra, I can't remember. One of those, we'll get that, so that'll give us more room. Not 100% on the hammock tent yet, because one, it's a hammock, you're limited gear wise, you know, but we'll see. We'll see. Here's the air mattress for it. This bee, man, get the hell out of here. And then I have this like a long sleeve shirt right there. So all in all, the whole backpack's taken up by that. Ah. I'm having some yellow jackets. They're kind of getting on me, so excuse me for jumping around. Okay, and then my food is in the outer thing. We'll get into that after a little bit. Water filter, don't know if I'll need it because I don't go through a lot of water. We're gonna be here 3 days, so maybe, we'll see. It's fairly cool. I'm just trying to set stuff. I was gonna bring one of my footprints from my other tent to lay down to put my stuff on. And I spaced out on that. And there's my sweatshirt. The sweatshirt is a Duluth Trading Company. They make pretty heavy duty stuff. Let me get the tent set up. And then I just got my snack pouch on the side. I do have my cook set stuff in there. I have a fuel canister, MSR little stove, and a titanium cup or stainless steel cup. Brought the teapot to do more water, and on this side I have a string of lights that will go across the tent. Now I don't know if I'm gonna need an extra sling. Put music on this. This thing sets up fairly quick, you know, if you can get your straps. Yeah, I got them up over my head. You know, I'm good. I guess my head's gonna be this direction where I can look out over there, and so far not bad. Now I gotta throw my spreader bars in. All right, it does look up pretty high. But yeah, it's basically the tent setup. Now I just gotta get the air mattress put in there. I may be a tad high. I keep hearing little squirrels in the woods and stuff. I don't know about you, but I normally need a sound machine to get a decent sleep because I'm sort of paranoid. And you know, it's all kinds of stuff in the woods. There's weird people too sometimes. But it just to drown that out and just to sleep. So we'll see. I do have some sleepy time chamomile tea. When I was a kid, that's what I used to drink before bed sometimes. It's pretty neat. I do have my little teapot. I can make me some little chamomile sleepy time tea. I don't know if it's got a sleep additive in it. I feel like it doesn't. I think it's more just of a calming thing. If you know, let me know down in the the comments. I did not read the books. I just seen the little bear and the camel sleepy time, and I brought back old memories. So I was like, let me get it. It's a few bucks, $4. So I brought me 2 packs. Let me get this set up, and we'll check it out a little later. This bee is making me mad. I don't like yellow jackets. Okay guys, I'll show you what I brought for food. Tent is up. This is new from Peak. Also got some of this, brownies. And I got Pinnacle. I'd like to try them. I got 2 of them, 2 different ones. Stowaway, I like them a lot. This is really good. I haven't tried this yet, but it should be deer, I believe. Then some lamb. And then a chicken and broccoli. And a bunch of oatmeal. And peanut butter. A lot of food. Waters. Now I'm gonna go collect some sticks. I'll catch you guys later. Alright guys, it's nice and quiet. We got a tarp set up just in case it rains. Shouldn't until Friday. You can see the mountains way out in the distance. It's hard to see them, but they're way out over there. Just 2-tone different color. I got this set up, which now there's a fly after I got my thing. Apparently another fly. I'm having leaves fall in, so I may roll my bug net down. Having a hair problem. I'm sort of kind of leaning down a bit. I see how it is. It's like I have to choke up on this side a little more. I let this side down as far as I can go right now. It's not that big of a deal. If I have to, I'll just turn the mattress and lay the other direction. As long as my feet are downhill a little bit. I got my camp shoes on. Z-Packs Ultra Light. Super light. Feel pretty comfortable. Like I said, though, you want to wear camp shoes. It'd be nice to walk around in bare feet. I like walking in my bare feet, but like I said, I'm finding pieces of glass. So it looks like car windshield glass because the fracture's real bad like that. It'd be weird. I see little pieces here and there. I'm sorry, I'm not going to spend my time scavenging it all up. It's just, I'll never be able to get all of it. But it looks like the area is kind of neglected. It's the underbrush is encroaching in more. Like I found little trails leading to what used to be like little campsites, and just briar bushes and stuff are overgrowing it and things. It was like someone zips in with a mower and just busts a little U-ey and goes back out. So, but not a lot of people go camping too much anymore. But it's real neat looking down there. I wish I had a better camera where I could zoom in all the way down there, because there's just a nice clear shot all the way down to the very bottom. We're just like setting up a base camp here. I'm not, Father-in-law wants to leave stuff here and go hiking, says no one will steal it, but you know, I got $500 almost in a sleeping bag, and the tent is almost $500. I can't justify leaving that. I'll just unhook it from the tree, sling it on my shoulder, and put it in the car, and then we can hike the trail. We'll hike down to the falls tomorrow, which we just hike back out, boom, hit the car, and then it zigzags like I don't know if you've ever seen that weird road. It like curves. It's kind of like that, and on down the hill. It says 3.5 miles, so it'll be 7-mile round trip. Not too bad. 511 boots are holding up pretty good. Feel comfortable. I do have my alpaca socks, which I took my boots off and everything. I'm letting my feet air and dry. Still sweat a little bit with the alpaca socks. You know, nothing's ever gonna be perfect. But kind of button things up a little bit. We'll make dinner here after a while. I did go collect a bunch of wood for some campfire. I got my heel knocks. Let's say it's chair 1, chair 0, something like that. I'm 220, I believe, something like that. 220, 221, 270. It holds me just fine. It comes up to about right under my armpits, sort of in my back, so I kind of can just put my arms up over it. Pretty comfortable. I don't know if you can see anything. No, but it's nice. The sun is setting. It's we got about 4 hours before the sun sets, I imagine. So just gonna relax. I'm gonna snacking on some what were they? Smoked sausage or something like that. Little smoky sausage bites. Camera battery's not doing too bad. If you watch my previous videos, I'm always complaining about the camera battery dying quick, but right now it's not that hot. I do shoot in, you know, 5.3K, so I guess I could cut the quality down, but I don't want to cut quality down. I just have the GoPro medium mod mic, which picks up front and back, so hopefully sounds not bad. And then tomorrow we'll do a little hiking. I'm trying to film and not get the person with me in them. They don't want to be in the film, so it makes it more difficult because every time I go to film, someone talks or something. So it's all right. We'll get some film. This is just a first hike, a test. Backpack is no bueno. I mean, I can carry it. Just this one strap on my one side is just aggravating for some reason. The other side's fine. So the sun's going down more. It's getting a little chilly. There's a bit of a wind and the sun's going down. It's pretty crazy. As soon as the sun stops touching you, it can drop dramatically sometimes. But I think this is what I'm going to eat for dinner. It is creamy Tuscan chicken with a penne pasta, sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, and fresh basil. As fresh as you can get. I mean, I guess it was freeze-dried fresh. So it only takes 1.25 cups of boiling water. Then we got to stir, seal, zip, let sit for 8 minutes. Stir again and check hydration. Add more water if needed. Let stand another 5 minutes. I'm getting hungry. May need more rehydration time at higher elevation. All right, guys, can confirm. Very delicious. Then I got my hot chocolate. This little guy works pretty good. MSR. And in my teapot or my thing, it's pretty heavy. It ain't that heavy. It's not as light as titanium, but man, as soon as you open it, big old, there were big old noodles and chunks of chicken, and the tomatoes. I mean, it's hard to do this with, there's some spinach, big old noodles, super delish. Better than stowaway for sure right now, so give them a try. Alright guys, here's the lights on the tent. Catch you in the morning. Alright, not too bad asleep. Little thing to note about these, if you can put like a Vaseline or something in it, it squeaks a lot. Depending where you're at, it'll continue squeaking. Sleeping bag did really good. It's been windy all night. It's still windy right now. Imagine it'll get a lot more windy when the sun comes up. It's hard to see it, but the mountains are way in the background. Just where it's starting to be orange. And way down there is where we're going. So let me get breakfast and we'll get over there after a while. Alright guys, had some oatmeal breakfast with some maple peanut butter in it. I wish I could capture this, but it's pretty neat looking. The mountains, reminds me of the Blue Ridge Mountains and whatnot, and they look like smoky and foggy and stuff. It's pretty cool. There's a big old drop off. At least in fact, I did not get out the wrong side and go that way, because that would have been a wake up, because it's kind of slippery right there. All right guys, all my gear is packed up. I have my Hill People chest rig, a little day pack. I'm gonna hike down as far as I can go comfortably. We'll see what we can do. I brought just one freeze-dried meal in case. I brought my sun hoodie, not hoodies, I keep saying hoodies. This is sun shirt, but it keeps you pretty warm. It's like a microclimate. Much beef jerky snack. What is something called pistachios. Got GoPro, 2 extra batteries. I didn't bring the anchor pack because, like I said, I think it's like a pound. I'm headed from the campsite to the parking lot and then down the ridge trail. Father-in-law keeps telling me it's a super duper hike and super hard and all this, but I'm not sure yet, so we'll go. Like I said, I got to put on a checklist to get me One or two of them little night core battery packs, super light. Plus then I can spread it out. That anchor brick it's the size of a brick. It's a brick and it's heavy, but it charges a lot of things. And as you guys all know, in all my videos, I complain about the GoPro battery dying. But right now, it's nice out. It's like 60, 65, sun's coming up. It'll get hot up here, but once we head down into the valley, we should be good. He just wants me to check in on my phone if I have signal. A couple miles down the road, I had 0 signal. And he even told me my phone wasn't active, so. Let me get some people here. I'll catch you at the trail. Yeah, looks like someone else got here. It's a Wednesday, so I wouldn't figure there'd be many. Start to the trail. Forever Wild. Here's the trail. Looks pretty decent so far. It's a little trip hazard. But it looks like it's overgrown in some areas. There's weird offshoot trails. I'm gonna wear my hat backwards because the bill in the front annoys me. But now I look like a freaking douchebag with the hat on backwards. But oh well, let's head on down, and I'll catch up with you down the trail a little bit, and we'll take a look and see how's it progressing. And I'm not one of the big YouTubers where I'm gonna leave my camera, walk, and then run back and get it, and walk and run back. I don't make enough money for that, not yet. So let's get down the trail a bit. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's just things that fascinate me. Like there's like dirt. Now, I don't know if it's natural. It feels like it's unnatural. Like something a long time ago made this little mound. And then there's another thing right there. Yeah, maybe like 100 years ago. Because these trees ain't that old. Like none of these trees are that old, which is crazy. So to me, like that, I like to look. You know, you look around and you see interesting features. Which is weird here, there's tons of briars growing up. I hate them things, these freaking, but it's neat to see things. Little tiny humps and ridges. Like someone could have lived here a long time ago and, you know, did stuff. That's why it's cool to walk, hike, and look, you know, actually enjoy your hike. You know, don't be running through the trail, you know, just because it's a trail. Just like check and look at things. You never know. Like there could be someone laying down there and you don't know. No one knows. Just be observant. It's a good thing. This is pretty good. But yeah, it's pretty neat. It looks like black and white right now. It's pretty crazy because the leaves are kind of a gray and a dull. The sun's just coming up. And yeah, you gotta watch for these things. Now these 511 boots, man, I haven't slid at all yet. They got some grip to them. And they got a flatter sole, so you got more touching the ground. And see, we was up there. See, the ridge is breaking down. Another cool little ledge. Guess it could be good in an emergency, but not like a long-term thing. The heck? That's like a bear house there, man. Look at that. That's pretty neat. It'd be cool to have something a lot bigger than this dug out with, put concrete pillars down and, you know, make an in-the-ground house. But like I said, I'll get down the trail more. I could be cheeky and just skirt down the valley. It might be a lot harder though, because it's, you know, this is kind of a beaten path. That's unbeaten path, and we're following the red trail. So, skinny, so hopefully we don't come across anybody. There you go. Try to show the trail. It's a little dangerous point. It's super skinny rocks, and it kind of goes off to the side. Looks like someone did slip, but it's pretty neat. It's like a goat path basically. This little tiny goat path. But yeah, like I said, there's a wash where water went. If it wasn't too much brush, you could just walk straight down it and cut out a lot of this switchback curves. But then again, if you get knocked out or something way down in there and no one knows, not good. That's pretty neat. And it's a little goat path all through here. We're just checking in, just checking things. It was like 2 minutes ago, I just turned it on, so. But yeah. Look at that rock, that's pretty cool. It's like a big white rock. Reminds me kind of like the rocks in England where they're big in them cliffs. Doubt it's the same rock. I'm not a geologist, so I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know how long that one's been falling off. Eventually it's going to be down here. Oh, look at that, slowly breaking down. about the trees. Look at that big tree. It's just sitting on the rock and its roots are going that way. It's probably pushing these rocks apart. I mean, I guess it'll make its way on down that way, I would imagine. It's a pretty hefty rock to knot. So yeah, look at that. It's pretty cool. Nature grows and destroys. It's pretty neat. We're down in the valley on the little ridge, and the sun hasn't quite broke through the trees yet. It's starting to. It's so much cooler down here. Nice cool though. The trail's all the way down over there. We're zigzagging around. It's a big zigzaggity. If you guys want to check out the map and everything, just go to Walls of Jericho, or look up Walls of Jericho in Alabama or Tennessee. There's some big old rocks right there. Like that must have, I wonder if it broke off from up there and just rolled all the way and stopped over there, because they're just not, they're not in the right, they're just in a weird spot. That's pretty neat. It would have been something to see. I mean, if it didn't roll over you, it'd be something to see that big ass freaking rock. It's bigger than a bus. But yeah, they got the trail marked really well. Like there's one there, but there's only one trail. So there is game trails and stuff, but this is pretty well beaten. And if you see like a bit of a game trail, yeah. But there is some rocks there too. I don't know, maybe a glacier. Or maybe, you know, the mountain was a whole mountain. Ah, there's some people behind me. Let me get going ahead. Hopefully you can tell, but we gotta go way down there. Zigzagging. 3.5 miles down, 3.5 miles up. There's an old cemetery. We'll go check that out. It's Clark Cemetery. Apparently there's a bunch of them out through the woods. Old family cemeteries. I guess people come back in here to get away from people and settle down back in whatever, 17, 16s to, I don't know, I guess hunt. You ain't farming. You know, over in Boulder Field. See, this is a bit odd for me. There's a guy a little bit behind me. And I'm over here looking around talking to my, I guess he thinks I'm talking to myself so far. I don't know, everybody does YouTube, so maybe he knows. And I'm one of them annoying people. He's way back. He's a good bit back there. He's about 100 yards behind me or so. Just feel rushed. Ooh. So you gotta watch out for this. It looks like a trail or something, or someone playing with that rock. It goes down this way. That's probably where people are taking dumps. I don't want to go behind that rock. It's a pretty beaten trail behind it. But you can stand up on it and get an outlook. And now we're curving down. To me, going down is the harder part. It makes my legs burn. Coming up is actually not real bad for me. And so far, this is not a bad incline. So maybe dude will get tired. I don't know. He's got trekking poles and stuff. So he's probably one of them ultralight fast people. It'd be like that movie Malcolm in the Middle where they do the speed walkers always on your left. Walking by him, he's getting all upset. And so, but I guess this isn't the place to bully people. Shit can happen. It's a little waterfall right there. But let me pay more attention, because all I need to do is trip and hit my face on one of these rocks. Don't need to be any uglier. Alright, I got the Ozark Trail day pack, I believe. I got 2 half-full 1.5 liter smart water bottles. And then I have a water filter. It's fairly dry out. And me personally, I don't drink a lot of water. Like, 1 or 2 bottles a day, 20-ounce bottles maybe I can go. I don't digest it real good. So if I drink too much, I'm just full. I feel like a half-full water balloon, so I'm pretty good. Now, we're headed downhill, and all streams lead downhill. So if we find a pool of water, I do have my Sawyer squeeze with the new Sawyer Enoch, is it Enoch? Bag. Which that makes life easier. Because Sawyer makes good filters, but their bags were poops. They were like hard ass plastic. So Enoch makes good bags. I don't know if they make filters, but they partnered with Sawyer. So this looks like it definitely turns into a wash if it's raining here. There are two streams, creeks, whatever you want to call them, that lead here. I think one's called Hurricane Creek, and the other one is it Mill Creek? I can't remember. Into Walls of Jericho. I see red markers. Now, here's the thing goes that way. Well, the trail's going this way. I wonder if that's the old trail. And there's an arrow pointing that way. I feel like that's the old trail. I'm not gonna get off the main trail. It's not beating too much. I don't need to end up who knows where. I see some idiots trying to pry that rock off with a stick. I mean, that rock probably weighs a couple 1,000 pounds, and they're trying to use some sticks to pry it off. And then if someone's walking down there and they kill them, yeah, that's just stupid. People are stupid, I swear. So far, what I noticed about camping and hiking here is there's a crap ton of chipmunks everywhere, and squirrels. It's crazy. The trail's pretty wide right here. But tons of chipmunks and squirrels. Holy crap. So, maybe I should rename it Chipmunk Falls. I don't know. Maybe there's none down there. They might just be in this middle zone. But we'll see. We still got a ways to go down there, if you can see it. Oh, maybe next time I come, I'll have a better camera. I do plan on getting that Insta360 X5 where I can put it up on my pack and you can see all around. And maybe a mirrorless, decent camera. We'll see. Alright guys, like and subscribe. Alright, sign of a little bit of running water. You could get some water out of there. Crosses the trail. So, make sure you filter this shit, because people do camp up there and people duke in the woods. Filter, boil it. Alright, here's a big old gorge. And then here's a, I want to say this is a man-made step. Yeah, it looks pretty man-made. Pretty well done. It blends in and it's not rocky. It's not, well, it's rocky, but it's not rocking. And then, hey, a bench. A bench next to the, well, water. I wonder if we should sit and wait for a while and let dew go by, but I just don't feel like sitting yet. And you got all the dumbasses that scratched their initials into things. And someone lost their, whatever that is, trekking pole thing. They should make you come out here with sandpaper and fix that if you do that. Alright guys, now we found out what that wide ass trail was. Apparently, it's a horse trail. That's why the bench is right there, because they could just drive ATV and bring stuff. Pack horse. Alright. So the horse trail does tie into here. We did find it. Oh, well, I found it. We were gonna camp at the horse, stop at the horse place and walk all the way down and hit the trail here. It would have saved a little bit of time, or miles. Time, I'm not sure. It looks pretty rough. I don't think many horses have gone through there. Which I wish I had a horse, that'd be fun. Probably a mule would be more sure-footed. Horses tend to be clumsies. Man, look at that. We still got a ways to go. It's crazy. And we're like not in the big mountains. We're on East Coast, or not East, we're Central. We're in the Central. I hate to go to like Rockies and stuff. Oh, actually I would like to go. If you guys like and subscribe enough of you are there, maybe we can do it. We need better cameras and packing gear. I keep trying to see if that guy's behind me, catching me talking to you guys. Alright, I'll check in a little more ways down. I don't want to fall off the thing. At least I got some bright colors, so someone should see me laying down there maybe. What do you guys think? Old mining activity? This hole's drilled right through the rock. Pretty odd. Think there's a mine here somewhere? Or are they trying to make a rope bridge? Alright guys, we found something interesting. There's a big old crater right here. It's a good 10 foot deep. A tree fell over there, but I wonder what that is. That's so weird. It's a big crater. Oh, it's raining leaves. It's right next to a wash, but there's a crater. I bet that fills with water sometime. All right. I don't think I have enough batteries. I keep finding all kinds of interesting stuff. Look at this. Holy shit. Woo, that goes down in there. I'm not a cave person, but if I was, I'd probably want to go down and take a look, but hells and knows. The rocks are pretty cool too, they're like fossils. That's pretty sick. That rock's a bunch of different rocks. That's pretty neat, but that rock's about ready to fall, so. Yeah, we're up on this little peninsula. I don't see dude behind me now. He maybe stopped at that bench, giving me time to get further ahead, which is nice. But I'm gonna have to take a leak soon. Oh yeah, we're starting to be able to see the mountains more out there. Sun's hitting them. We're getting showered in leaves. Oh, right in my eyeball. Here's another cool rock. Look at that. Nice little curve. Yep. This is neat. Father-in-law wasn't able to make it on this hike down with me, but hopefully he's not too bummed out. It's all right. We can go do other hikes and things. This is pretty mountainous. Look at that. It's pretty cool. It's just like it could be a little field right there. I like woods like this. This is how West Virginia was where I grew up. It was clear. It's hard to explain. There wasn't tons of underbrush like that. It was more older woods and less underbrush, and you could see, walk around and find things. It was pretty neat. So that's sketch balls. The trees here fall easily. Well, that one just rotted off, but they fall easily because there's so much rock. The roots are super shallow, and they just can't hold on sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty neat over there. Technically, it'd be a neat camp spot with a hammock. But my hammock's too heavy to be carrying, so we may have to upgrade to a Durston tent, because my hammock's almost 10 pounds and the Durston tent's like 1.5. I shave a bunch of weight off, because right now I have about 10 pounds on my back. And I got this pack, I got this tied into the pack, counterbalances it. I don't even really feel it, except for sweating. I feel it then. Man, look how clear that is. That is so neat. I mean, it must have been interesting coming here, you know, 1,000 years ago when people was wandering around. I mean, you'd have to be surviving. I imagine you'd have to be hunting, but you could hang out and spot, and there's a squirrel. I guess your diet would be a lot of squirrel. A deer pop in through here. So yeah. Here's another interesting thing. Looks like a cut mark. But another problem I have is I don't know how to regulate how far I can go. Like, I'll go as far as I can go, and then I'm like, I gotta turn around. I'm like, uh-oh. I went pretty far. So hopefully that's not the case. You know, like I said, it's been years since I've hiked real far. I do go to Hurricane Creek Park. It's steep like this, but it's short. I think it's a 2-mile circle. So yeah, hopefully I don't do that. Which now my battery's in the orange. I got 2 more batteries over there charged. Or I'm gonna be mad. Oh, mad that I didn't bring my battery pack. I'm gonna have to cut the chit chat down a little bit. Sorry. I chit chat a lot. Okay, guys, the first sort of technical spot goes down through there. There's arrows. It looks like people go that way, but yeah, we gotta get down through there. So that'd be hard with a pack, a decent pack. So I guess you could go up and around. Let me try to get down here without breaking my leg. All right, I made it down. You don't have to go through a little crack. You can just go over a little bit to a tree and then around and then down. Someone made steps. And there's a big tree in the way. So not bad. Camera battery at 38%. Ankle feels a little, but not too bad. I see there's a path around it, so all right. There's another cool rock. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a hole straight through it. That's pretty neat. From what I heard, they allow deer hunting here, but man, it'd be a fucking nightmare trying to get a deer out of here, unless you quartered it and everything and packed it, or got it up there by the horse trail, and then you could bring ATV. I think it said you're allowed to bring ATVs only to get deer. So yeah, but man, it could be untapped potential if you was willing to hump a deer out. So, all right, I'm meandering my way through. It's getting a little thicker now. It's nice if you have to go to the bathroom, but I like to be able to see out in the vast. Now I think there was some kind of logging before and stuff, so that's why I feel like there's clearings and a little bit of grass and things, because some of these trees are not that old. And the logging was, 50 years ago maybe, but I don't see how. It would be rough. And these morons here just got to carve their name in trees. I mean, look at this tree. It's old. It's real old. People carving their stupid initials in there. No one knows who the fuck they are. Like, no one knows any of them names, initials. So, what does it matter? It's just showing that you're an idiot. I mean, honestly. No one knows those initials. And you just... this really old ass tree, which I have no idea what kind of tree that is. But you don't see many of those, I don't think. There's one there too. If you guys know what this tree is, let me know. Is it a beech? I'm not sure. Looks like it got hit by lightning a long time ago and healed. So it survived a lot. There's some nice big old trees back in here. That's cool to see. Alright guys, I found another one of them holes back there. But man, this thing is way fucking bigger. Oh, it goes down into like a cave or something. I see people walk down there. Okay, this is adding extra. Oh god, my toe. Well, my toe hurts so bad. This is adding extra to my hike. Oh man, yeah, I wonder if it's that blowhole everybody's talking about, but there you go. Looks like a mine or something. It's a big giant circle. And a hole down in there. Sinkhole. But yeah, that's the second one I found, but this one's about 10 times bigger than that. So that's pretty neat. That's a pretty cool spot. It kind of looks like there's some bamboo sprouting up all over the place, I guess. Let's see if I can... I think this is bamboo, kind of bamboo. But yeah, it's like everywhere in this area. It's weird. But how goats and deer should like it. This is a perfect spot. Look at this. So quiet down here now. Oh look. That is odd. I wonder if that's one of them Indian they use the pestle and mortar things. Almost looks like it. Here you go guys, out in the middle on the side of a hill is like a little meadow. A little peaceful meadow. That'd be cool camping right in there. It's on an angle, but you could probably either hammock or find a good spot. But it's dropping off down over there. The mountains are over there. Wow. It just smells good. Okay guys, it's there's the mountain. Still up there. Oh, there's water. There's water right down there. I see something here. I don't know if that's like a sneaky deaky trail, but the trail goes that direction. Oh yeah, it's down there, but I see running water. I can see it moving. And the mountain's way up over there. It's pretty neat, so we'll snake around more. Man, it is raining leaves on me. It's pretty neat, but look what I've come across. There's some water. We must be close to the cemetery then. Oh, down over there somewhere. Gotta zigzag down a little bit. I guess if I was about 20 years younger, I could just skittle on down and hike across the water, but I'm gonna pass on that because how would they rescue you back here? Helicopter? I don't see how they could get you out. And I feel sad for two people having to carry me. So I'm about 220 with gear on them, probably 250. And then these little mountain trails. Just take it easy. Don't take a risk if you're in a spot where it'd be hard to get you. Like these little goat trails. Remember, if you fall, you're gonna roll a ways before you hit something that'll stop you. Or if you get knocked out and land in the water. Bye-bye, I guess. I was wondering how I was gonna get across the water. I do see a bridge. Now that brings up a point of, to get here easier, I wonder if you could put in down the river somewhere, or stream, kayak down. I mean, it'd have to be after it rained there or something. Huh. All right, the trail's, you know, under in that way, but then there's another path this way, so I don't know. It goes to the bridge, but I don't know if I'm going over that bridge. But yeah, we'll just continue this way. Ooh, oh, I see smoke. There's probably something, yeah, there's someone there. Let me go. Definitely got some water. Yeah, you can get into it from here, but over there you can. You could kayak right here. There you'd have to wait till the water come up, or portage, or whatever they call it. And here's the bridge. It's a nice bridge. Like, how'd they get this down here? I guess it'd be helicopter. Don't think boat, because you need a deep water boat for this. So maybe it was built and then brought in with a helicopter. And concrete too, or there could be an old trail, because there's a cemetery out here. Could have been a homestead, and there could have been an actual trail eventually. Which I see a weird board right there, but I think it's to deflect, when it's the water floods, to deflect stuff from hitting the side of the bridge, maybe. We'll look at it. But yeah, that's a heck of a bridge. Surprised to see something like this out here. If I was gonna have to cross it. Wow, it's super high too. So, all right. There we go. I might look into picking a kayak sometime and kayak camping down through here. You know, you have to wait till it rained. I mean, ooh, and there's a log. It's about 3-4 feet deep in the middle right there, so you're good there. There you wouldn't be so good. You'd have to get out. Little water shoes and whatnot. And here we are. I bet this is all nice and flat, because this probably used to be bigger and it floods this area. Used to clean it out a long time ago. Yeah, I think that's a deflect crap. Although there is I see people, there's a walking trail right there. People must have walked along. But I feel like it's to deflect some things hitting this bridge and these stairs. And then there's a bench. So something tells me there's probably an access road, or was a long time ago. All right, eating battery. I'm gonna have to switch out here in a minute. I'm gonna try to use as much as I can of this, and hopefully the other ones are just as good. Underprepared. Let's see. There is a trail. It doesn't say nothing. Still think it's just to protect them stairs. So yeah, since we're down here at the creek, we're in between the two mountains now. We're in the valley. Now, I guess if you were here, it says a cemetery. This would be a good spot if you had a house further up where the water wouldn't flood you out, because this should be fertile, pretty fertile from the thousands of years of the stream flooding up on the banks and bringing sediment down. Now, a lot of the trees, it's kind of so it must have been cleared a long time ago. And then once you clear woods, virgin woods, and then you let it go, it turns into this garbly gook of crap. Because old growth stuff takes way longer to grow, and this new crap fire brushes, they don't take but a little bit of time to grow. There's a lot of dead trees here. I guess it gets too wet and they don't handle it. Oh man, that's a big dead one. Man, it's pretty cool. Who knows what's out there? This could have been an old farm field. That would be my guess. That's what I would do. Ooh, I see something way back in there. It's shiny. And I'm not about to bushwhack back in there. But yeah, let me head on down through. The trail cuts across there and goes up. I found a designated campsite, no hunting. I don't know if this is the Clark Cemetery. It's kind of overgrown. A bit of a rise right here. I see some burn. Man, leaves are coming down like crazy. a bit of a mud pit right there. This is the horse trail. So obviously that's probably how they brought the bridge in, through that little road area. All right, here's a campsite. If there is a cemetery, it could be in here anywhere, and I wouldn't be able to find it. We'll see, maybe it's up more. Those are pretty cool. There's a big one there. All right, guys, I found the trail toilet. Nah, I'm kidding, don't do that. All right, guys, feels like deja vu. Another bridge. This bridge is tall, holy sh. I guess to make it even with the other side. Yeah, see, there's another break to deflect stuff from hitting the steps. Ooh, should be dry over here though. But I hear water running in that direction. So it must be tied in. That one must run that way, and then this one runs that way. But there ain't much here. But I can still get water right there. Pretty dry, pretty dry. Long bridge. Here's a field. Maybe the cemetery's over here. Oh, I see signs. We'll see. Pretty good sized field. This must be the cemetery area, maybe. Because there's hiking trail. Walls of Jericho is half mile. South Rim Trail. Don't know what that is. South Rim goes that direction. Here is a bench, which I'm probably going to sit down and get some water. There's a big old field over here. So I figured this is the cemetery area. I bet it's right there. I see fences. I see fencing and stuff. That's gotta be it. Let's go. Let's go peek. I see barbed wire and fencing. Yeah, here it is. I found it. I can see the little stones. I imagine. I don't know. There's a stone. But why would it be fenced in if it wasn't? Who knows? But fences is very bad shape. Well, that person caught up to me. So at the cemetery here. I believe that's it. Super old. But yeah, it's a decent spot. You could have farmed. There's quite a few acres that are open and would have been open in here. Full sun. So they probably had a cabin somewhere. I wouldn't have had it down here. It would have flooded. But maybe they had it up there. It's a little camp area. And I was eating a bar, letting that lady get ahead. She's an older lady, but she's fucking hiking. Well, I'm like exploring, filming, and looking around because I like to see things. She just zipped on through. It's like I said, maybe the exercise, but I want to see this stuff. And I don't know if that was her. It might have been someone else. All right, I just took a couple minute break. Been regularly snacking, you know, and then I had a Celsius water packet in my water. Seems to be doing pretty good. I got me some backup energy. I have a little bit of cramps in my back. I do, if you know me or seen my channel for a bit, I have a bit of back problems now and then. So that's one of my worries is I'm out here and my back goes out. That sucks. They could probably rescue me here. There's enough area to get a helicopter in. I just don't want to pay that much. But I would say there's a good 3 or 4 acres that would have been cleared right here. And yeah, it would have been a nice little farm right in here. Full sun all the time for a while. You can hunt. Cemetery's here, so the cabin had to be within, not too far, because usually it's not that far from the cabin. But that thing's probably long gone, even though it could have been here. Like I said, bad spot though, the water, your level with water coming up. So people weren't stupid back then, they were smart. I mean, they were stupid people too. All right guys, cemetery stone's there. I have my other GoPro batteries, but GoPro makes the batteries different than the other GoPros. No bueno. I think this is a 13 and I have like 11s and they don't fit. Very not nice. All right guys, GoPro died. My other GoPro batteries apparently don't fit the GoPro 13. So yep, Polluted Rock. This is crazy. This is way up here, and I believe there's a match to it right in there. Sorry, it's not gonna zoom in. But yeah, must have been part of it. Ooh. Oh, I'll drop the GoPro. Crap. Alright, I'm less than half a mile away on this billy goat trail. Hopefully I can edit this right. It's hard for me to get off of my Android to my MacBook Pro and this and that, so bear with me, guys. Alright, onward. Let's try to get the scale of this. It's hard, but man, it's all fucking rock face up there. All the way down to my little goat path. Not bad right here. Before it was dropped down over that. Water is running again. So whenever I get the water, I'm gonna filter some, I think. Alright guys. May have bit off more than I can chew. I'm way up here now. I mean, look at that. The walls is like way up over there. All that stone. Those people like to climb that shit. And there's water down here somewhere. I can hear it. Pretty neat. Just sitting on the trail, taking a break. It's only like my second break. Probably should have took more. Well, it's going up. I don't know if it's going up and then back down to the falls, but I feel like I've gone half a mile, but maybe not. There's little falls, so I think we're starting to lead up to the bigger falls. Maybe up in there. I need to do my back exercise. My back's starting to not feel good. Like I said, that's my worst fear. Of it going out. Not sure how they would get me out of here. I wouldn't be able to walk. Not on this. I could probably stumble along a bit. But I kind of backed myself in. And I also just brought my little sun shirt and one meal. Oh, I think we got some. There we go. What do we got here? Boundaries. Special regulations. Alright, if you're coming back here to hunt, I do not know how. Maybe getting a helicopter in here, but there's some more falls. Oop, I haven't been too far. There you go. Where anybody found this? What if they just walked up the water? There we go. We're starting to back ourselves into a, would it be called a box canyon where it just ends? I don't know. Now I caught up to the person in blue. It's an old lady. That's crazy right there. Huh. Well, it's time to fill up and get some water. Alright, I was under the impression it was a big waterfall or something. It's just like a canyon. There's a little waterfall. It actually keeps going around. I bet it gets cold down here. Turns out I was not at the end. Continues up. Would that be inviting in the summertime? Wow. Yeah, it continues on around here. I'm getting pooped though. Ah, there it is, I think. Pretty sure this is it now. Oh, that's cool. Oh, shit. Dude went way up over there. He's hiking the hole. I just seen a guy. He's all the way up on the top. They must curve around or something. I don't know. I'm not going that far. Well, that's pretty neat right there. Water coming out there. I really don't know if I want to climb up that. Alright guys, here's this little tunnel. Not going too far, I'm just checking that. There's a really old trail that goes up that way. I think I'm going to call it quits at this end. I mean, dude made it up there, but I don't know. Let's check it out, I guess. This is a pretty massive bowl right here. It's pretty neat. I wonder if some of these little puck marks in the stone are from Indians out here grinding their food. I mean, it keeps going that way, but hell, it can keep going that way forever. But yeah, it is pretty neat. I'm gonna call it quits here. My legs do hurt, and I still got to get back. That is my problem. I'm always like, hey, I can make it there, and my dumb ass is like, no way, how do I get back? So now I gotta hurt. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I need to try to get off here without dying. So I'll catch you a little later once I get to the end of the trail. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I filled up with water, brought my water filter, and I'm gonna hike back. See, I don't see no more trail markers. I think that's just another little spot you can go. They like billy goated along the side of the edge and stuff, and I'm not. If you fall, this helicopter can get you, but I believe the trail marker ended there because there's no more paint, there's no more blazes, there's nothing. So that's good for me. Whew. Alright guys, had to force myself to drink some water. Ooh, crap. This is like washed out. I started to get fairly dizzy and whatnot. I think I just pushed too hard to make it here so I can get back quicker. I wasn't really drinking any water. So I pounded some beef jerky sticks and I drank some water. Woo! And I'm good. I did eat shit back there on the waterfall. I hit a slimy spot and slid down. I landed on my hands, kept my face come close to hitting the rocks, but I stopped myself. I passed several people. 2 older people, 1 young kid. He was hiking all the way up, climbing up the rock stuff, so I don't know. And then 2 girls with dogs. Little doodles. I bet Doodle will like this. Maybe. Doodle kind of clumsy. So I'm starting to do better now. I'm not really dizzy. I'm not too dizzy. That's good because I don't want to fall off of here. But yeah, I'm going to make it back to the cemetery, the bench, sit down for a minute, take a break because I pushed pretty hard to get here. I mean, it's 7 miles total, and like I said, I haven't hiked in years. And especially doing this. And I am getting older. But not bad. I haven't hit like a super hard part that I would want to do. I don't know about that other section. I don't know if it continues on up there. It wasn't marked, and the trail was basically just a ledge that you had to climb up. So I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if I missed some of it, and I'll have to go back with more GoPro batteries this time and do it better. Maybe we can do like I'd say a full length record. Oh shit! I mean, I could. I got 16 or 20 some hour memory card. Oh, that'd be a long video. Long time to upload. Ooh, okay. There's some parts that drop down a good 50-some foot with about a 1 foot wide path, or a really slanty path that slides all the way down to the ears. And no one will probably find you down there. So I'm gonna pay attention, get back to the other rest area, and I'll talk to you. Okay guys, I made it to the bench. The walls are that way. There's a south trail, south rim trail. I don't know what that is. I kind of want to do it, but it's half a mile. But man, the half mile that way, it seemed like a mile. Back it wasn't bad. I had to take a couple breaks. My legs were on fire, and I had a dizzy spell. I've been pushing too hard to get there, so I pounded most of this water bottle. Just added some stuff to it. Grabbed me some Peak Refuel brownie bites. They're actually pretty good. Figured my sugar was low and I was probably a little dehydrated. But I about ate shit off the top of the trail, and that would have been probably the end of me. But I made it back. Maybe we'll come back and check that out. I don't know what it is. South Rim. I feel like it goes around up on top. Oh no, because it couldn't be because it was half mile. I don't know. It goes that way somewhere to somewhere. I'll have to look it up. I might get that Onyx backcountry, because right now I haven't had service. The second I went down over the hill back there in the trail, I haven't had service the whole time. I have to keep my phone off because it just eating the battery trying to find service. But cemetery's right there. I'm just chilling on this thing, letting some gear dry, letting the old legs stop burning. Like, I feel good. Like, I don't feel bad at all, but just my legs are burning. I don't know if there's a something you can bring with you. I guess because, what is it, lactic acid? I need to figure that out. And I met some dude with a Durston pack. I've seen it. It doesn't look as big as in the picture. He also said the Flash 55 is a little bit better in some terms, but heavier. So we'll have to do some research. And he had the Durston tent too. He likes it, so we'll see. This would be a cool place to camp. Super quiet. Doesn't look like no one really stops. And you can hear the leaves. Not as windy here either. It's real calm. Alright. I'm going to turn this off, and anything interesting happens, I'll turn it back on and record. Hopefully it's not me laying in a ditch going, help, if anybody finds this phone. Alright, I'll see it. Alright guys, about 2 or 3 breaks later, I've actually gained pretty good elevation. I was coming up and about a 6-year-old kid coming down. I'm like, holy shit, I'm definitely out of shape. But they might be going down there camping, then falls, then camping, coming back. So I did it all in one shot, 7 miles. What is it? There's not a lot of flat. There's a few flat. I want to say I did 2 3/4 miles uphill and 2 3/4 miles down. I'm almost to that spot. Oh, shortcut. I'll knock that loop out. Goes way up over there. But yeah, I feel fine. Everything, but my legs, you know, they're burning a bit. So I gotta keep stopping, letting them rest a tiny bit. And another thing kind of annoys me. There's these 2 girls. I seen a bunch of dogs. That's fine. There's 2 girls with dogs, and man, they're yapping their mouth off. Like I could hear them 2 miles away the whole time. I'm talking quiet and not when people are around. I don't want to be out here in nature and hear 2 girls yapping and yelling, or to anybody. Just keep your mouth quiet, or talk a little bit lower. Your voice carries in the mountains. Anyway, whew. I'm not sure to estimate. Maybe 1 3/4 miles, 2 maybe. I'm not sure. I think it was it says 3.5. So it's 3 miles from the campsite, the graveyard. So I've had to at least put a mile. Well, maybe 2 miles. Going pretty decent. Might be getting a little headache, I don't know, but I should not bring sunglasses. I'm sweating pretty good now. I still have 1.5 liters of water left in this little tiny bit, so good on water. Now I'm in the shade. It's breezy. So I don't want anybody to have to rescue me, so I'm gonna make it. It's not hard. Like I said, I feel good, body feels good. It's just my legs will start to burn after a while because the lactic acid or whatnot in there. Supposedly, people run, they push through it, and then it goes away, but I don't know. So, let me get out of here. Made it to a super beautiful spot again. All the yellows. A lot of yellows. I'm getting up there. Luckily I'm in a flat spot. Gonna have to rest. And the person in the blue, we've passed each other a few times. And now they're back up my butt. But I think they've hiked a long time, and I have not hiked a long time. I haven't hiked in like 7 years. So I'm struggling a little bit. Wow, it's beautiful over here at this time. I'm back in that bamboo-ish stuff all over here. If you watched the video till now, you would have noticed. Disappointing in GoPro though. I have GoPro 13 and 11, and apparently the batteries are not compatible, which is a bunch of crap because I have a bunch of 11 batteries. Just enjoy the view. It is nice. Ooh, hair's all a mess. Boy, I hate to be me in the morning. It's just my legs. It's like, let's see if I can get over here. Right above my knee, like right in the side here. Like I said, everything's fine. My feet are good. I got hollow alpaca socks, and they are definitely doing a good job. And my 511 boots. I'll have to figure out. I'll forget what brand they are. They're about almost 200 bucks. There's some trail goes that way, but the markers are up this way. I'm a little tired to go exploring. And this old lady's catching me again. I swear. I need to ask her how long she's been doing this. I hate to bother people like hiking. Some people you can tell they're not friendly. Or friendly, and then other people just... I said a few things to her. I showed her where the graveyard was and whatnot, but... Like I said, I don't want to bother people. I mean, I don't want people talking to me, so that's fine. And some people don't. They come out here for quiet, but... At best, one person all the way down, I seen no one. Got to the falls, seen about 3. Of course, the blue one followed me. And then on the way out, I've seen a dude with like a baby in a backpack, with a little kid following him, a guy, a girl, a dog, and another guy maybe coming down. But it's late. It's like one. I don't know what time is it. Yeah, 1:25. It gets dark about 5. They must be camping down there because it supposedly takes 6 hours round trip, which I'm already ahead of time, I think, and I've already stopped many a time, so maybe they can do it faster. Uh-oh. Alright, let me pay attention before I wander off another cliff. Alright. Man, I wish I would have got that Onyx trail or whatever, Onyx backcountry. Because I have no idea how close I am to the end. I'm getting there. There's extra brakes, water. I do have to drop a Duke, but past so many people, it's like I'd have to walk way off the trail, and this is a whole lot more walking I don't want to do. But hopefully, I can get to the Fort Johns at the head of the trail. Because I don't know if my legs can handle it anyway. The lady that was following me in the blue, I don't know where she went. I hope she didn't make a wrong turn. Because there's a few trails that are old trails that mark off, and you don't pay too much attention, you could veer off. But she hikes fast, so she's probably in front of me somewhere. And like I said, I hate to beat my legs tomorrow. Just gotta get a little more shape next time. So do like short hikes, not 7-mile hikes. 7-mile mountain hikes. I can't show it, but yeah, it's up. Alright. Alright guys. I'm almost there. It's pretty good. Big old drop off here. I think I'm pretty close to the beginning. If you guys recognize the very first big old rocks I seen. We're about to break up out of this valley. Yeah, it feels pretty good to make it. I see a lot of people, I don't see them coming back. I feel like they're going to camp down there, honestly, because there's many campsites, and they left too late to come back when it's light, because it's almost 3. That's 2 hours. It's possible. The app says 6 hours. Let's see. 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 1:30, 2:30. I've been on it for 5. And I've stopped a lot, so you might be able to do it faster. It's just my leg right there where the Charlie horse is. It's not like this one up hills and down hills and sometimes flat areas. Now, when you don't do this that much, then you do all this. 7 miles is a little rough for you. I'm managing. Too stubborn to not. Alright, let me get to the trailhead and then I'll do a little ending thing. I'll say, hey, like and subscribe. And I'm at the end. Don't come looking for me. Alright guys, I am at the end. At the car. Signs right there. I'm in it. Then I ain't gonna come find me. Catch you later.